everybody. Welcome to another webinar here for Apogee Insiders, where every other week we are breaking down the ins and outs of affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, content creator marketing, however you want to say it. I am excited about this particular webinar, which I say every week, but I am especially excited about this one because this is the number one question we are asked. If you are in this Facebook group watching this, you answered a question on your way in that said, what is the one thing that you wish you knew more about affiliate marketing? And 100% of the time, it seems, the answer is how to create content that actually makes sales. So that's what today is about. I'm going to try to make it as simple and actionable as possible, because what I hope is that when you leave here, you understand how to create content that is going to actually result in sales over and over and over again. If this is the first webinar that you are tuning in, there are, I believe, 3 prior to this. We're going to touch base on a couple of things that we've talked about already, but one of the things that I want you to think about too is even when we are talking about these affiliate sales, this is just one avenue of income for your business. As a blogger, as an influencer, as a content creator, affiliate marketing is one avenue. So this is not meant to replace what you make with sponsored or ads. This is not meant to even challenge that. This is meant to be yet another opportunity for you to earn. Okay. So today we're going to be talking again about how to create great content that actually converts, not just gets traffic, not just gets comments, not just gets pinned or shared or whatever, that actually gets sales. Because it is not just about creating content anymore. It is about creating content that actually makes an impact on the brand's bottom line. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Really quick, if you have no idea who I am, my name is Lynsey Kmetz, and I am the Managing Director here at Apogee Agency. But once upon a time, I was sitting in your chair. I was a content creator for more than 12 years. I'm one of the OG mommy bloggers. I have worked with a lot of brands, done a lot of trips. I was with an ad network. I made a very significant amount of money and then was able to sell my blog when I became full-time here at Apogee. So I have been there, done that, and I even said that affiliate marketing didn't work. Okay, so that is my I have been there. I understand it. I have said all the things that you have probably said. And it took me kind of getting on the agency side to see how very wrong I was about that statement. And so now it has become a passion project of mine to try to keep people from making the mistakes that I did. All right, so let's dive right in. When it comes to creating content that converts, the first step is, who are you creating the content for? We talked a little bit about this last week, but I want to go a little bit deeper into this, because every product has a specific kind of demographic that they are geared towards. When people are creating new products to bring to market, they are thinking about who they want to sell to. In the same vein that when we create content, we're thinking about like our avatar or whatever, businesses are doing the exact same thing. So you have to think, who is my audience? Where the business is kind of, audience or product for audience. We're going audience for product. We're a little bit of the opposite, and that's totally okay. But think of who your demographic is. A lot of times when it's content creators, your demographic is someone who looks and feels and lives like you do. And that's just because we all kind of flock together. We're looking for those connections and those relationships, people with the same experiences, with the same interests, that kind of thing. So when you're thinking about your audience, chances are it's someone just like you. So who are you as a consumer? What are the things that you're purchasing? What are the things you're interested in? What are your projects or hobbies, or what do you do for work? What is your relationships? Are there products that help you with your kids, with your parents, with your partners, with your girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever? Think about all of those things. That is all what encompasses who you are writing for. And so when you're creating content, you want to be thinking about this particular person that you are writing for. What are their pain points? Are you a super busy mom trying to get, dinner on the table? That's a pain point that all of us feel. I mean, there's a reason why memes are like the hardest part of adulting, is that you have to choose what you eat every day. And it's obnoxious. I wish somebody would just feed me, right? We took that for granted as kids. So those are those kinds of pain points or struggles that everybody can kind of relate to. That's why memes and videos and stuff like that go viral, right? And then what are their aspirations? What are you trying to do? What do you wish you were better at? Sourdough is making a huge resurgence right now. I'm one of them. Gardening, homesteading, kind of living off the land kind of thing. Those are kind of these resurgences, and you're seeing these accounts blow up that are talking about this because people aspire to be something related to that content. So when you are creating content, whether it is to be affiliate, whether it is sponsored, whether it is just for traffic because you have that ad network that is going to pay you for that, regardless, this is why it is so important for you to know your audience. And then don't stray too far from your audience. We talked last week about the importance of a niche. I think it is more important to think about your audience and what they need more than pigeonholing yourself into a specific niche. But when it comes to creating content for your audience, it needs to be something that your audience actually cares about and something that you talk about often. So when we're running campaigns, for instance, if we have a pet campaign, then your content needs to have something to do with your pets. If it does not, and you create that content, your audience is going to ignore it because that doesn't have anything to do with them, probably. It's not the kind of content they have come to know you for and connected with you for. So it's going to fall flat. And ultimately, not only is that going to be bad for the brand, but you're not going to make any money on affiliate, and you're going to hurt your own engagement, which we know right now is really more important than anything. Okay. So one thing that you want to keep in mind, no matter what the product is that every product solves a problem. No matter what it is, every product solves a problem. So when you are creating content for affiliate, you need to think about, what does this product solve? No matter what that is, no matter how small of a problem, large of a problem, super niche of a problem, what does it solve? Okay. So because of that, you want to think, what are the right programs? Again, we talked about this last week, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and then we're going to really get into how to create the content. You need to create products that match your demographic. If it is not going to be something that matches your demographic, if you are creating stuff for middle-aged people, I would not talk about stuff for toddlers unless a lot of your middle-aged people have toddlers. Most of us have older kids and are kind of looking forward to grandkids. But where do we fit? If you have a lot that are grandparents, maybe that is your niche. But again, it's going to fall flat if that's not who your demographic is. Then problems that are related to that niche. So what are they struggling with? Is it the busy mom thing? Is it the busy professional thing? Is it the wanting to eat healthier? Is it the wanting to save money? Like, where are the pain points in that demographic? And then what products are just cool? Because we are consumers. We're excited about stuff. There's a reason why the biggest game of the year is going to have some very, very expensive commercials, especially for products we already know exist, right? But they're spending all of that money. Why? Because it's cool. It gets talked about. It keeps it top of mind. So think about your demographic. Think about the problems that they have, and then think about what are the things that are just cool that makes those people's lives easier. And then again, because a lot of time your audience is very close to who you are personally, think about the things that you personally love. Because one thing that I think gets overlooked a lot is that you are also a consumer. You are also a living, breathing, shopping individual. So how do you shop? What do you look for? What is your personal customer journey? And then meet those people where they are. Because again, if your demographic is like you, chances are they're doing the same thing. Okay. So, what are things that you use and love every single day? What are experiences that you are having every day that you can share? One of the things that people say about affiliate is I feel salesy, I feel pushy. But have you felt pushy recommending a hairdresser to a friend, a restaurant to a colleague, or something like that? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But this is the exact same thing. When it is something that you personally love, personally are excited about, when you talk about it, it's authentic. And that is what sells. What do people know you for? In the last year, I have become a whole different person and started a vegetable garden. And now I get questions all the time about vegetable gardens. I spent 42 years barely able to keep a silk plant alive. And now I am talking to people about vegetable gardening because I am learning and people are learning along with me. So people come to me for that. So when I talk about the things that I use in my garden, guess what I sell? Okay. Okay, so when you are thinking about the product, and I decided to just grab one of our client products to kind of use as an example and talk about it. So this is Scoot. If you are not in this program, you can leave a comment and girl Kara will let you know how to join. But so this is pre-made, absolutely delicious lemonade in pouches that you stick in the freezer, grab out of the freezer, smush and go. Like it's like frozen lemonade, right? Okay, so just one example of a product. We're going to talk about how to create content for this. If I'm going to create content for this, we have to think about what makes it special or different. Well, for starters, it tastes amazing. Second, it is very easy, very portable. Any party, sports mom, et cetera, knows that trying to get like juice boxes or some sort of drink out to the kids, you're fast, you want something cold, you want all of that kind of stuff. This makes it easy. So special or different, there's not a lot of stuff like this, and there's not lemonade out there like this. What problem does it solve? Being able to get something in the hands of the kids fast. It's cold, it's refreshing, it tastes amazing, so that you barely have to slow them down to get them a little bit hydrated. Okay, how can it make someone's life better? Every sports mom, every party mom, every carpool mom, or dad, keep it in the freezer, grab the box and go. How has it made your life? Oh, the link for Scoot. Thank you. How does it make your life easier? I have a pool. Last summer, we could grab these, take it out to the pool because my daughter likes to show up with a handful of teenagers in tow and they love this stuff. So that's one way it could be easier. Why should somebody purchase this? Again, all the same reasons. What does someone need to know in order to purchase? I can give all those. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Hang on, that's the next slide. And what offer or deal can they get by ordering through you? So that is one thing that you want to not take for granted in affiliate marketing. Most of the time, we have a deal or discount that will help your audience save money. You just have to share it with them and tell them exactly how to do that. So before you start anything, you want to really think about the product and answer these questions so that you can give a thorough presentation of what it is, okay? So every post, whether you are writing a blog post, creating a reel, long form video, trying to think of what other kind of content there is, short form, long form, whatever. However you are promoting this product, there are 3 elements that go into every single thing. The first one is going to be talking about the features of the product, and that are the facts. So always think features are facts. They are size, weight, or something that's like true fact. The benefits are how it makes life easier. Easy to grab and go, can be frozen in just a few hours, can make snack time a breeze. Kids can get it themselves, and it has a very easy twisty top so they can get it themselves. Like, these are benefits that make it easier on someone's life. And then what ties it together is the story. How does it make it? Because everything that you create, you want the person you are talking to feel like, I understand that pain point. I have been there. This will solve that pain point. I want that too. That is the story that ties it all together. Now, we know that in the blogosphere, especially, and I was a food blogger, so I saw a lot of this, there are a lot of people that are like, I hate all that content. Just get to the point, just get to it. Again, I was a food blogger. I saw all of these, and I agree. When I say to have a story, I am not asking you to channel your inner Sophia. Okay, that's not where we're going here. What we want is for you to talk simply about how the product makes your life easier. Okay, every story needs to have value. The content that is in there needs to somehow teach the person that is reading or listening something about the product. It needs to be relatable. They need to feel what you feel so that they can understand how this is the solution. Okay. We see that all the time in short form video. The most viral videos on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube shorts are ones that are so relatable. They think, oh my gosh, that is me. That is me. That's a story. That's the kind of story that we are talking about. Not Sophia's story, talking about back in the day. What is relatable right now? And that ties into number 3, which is authentic. Are you really that person? Are you really having those struggles? Can you really truly feel it? Those 3 things in the story are what connect you to your reader in a way that they want to have the same experience that you do. Okay, so when it comes to writing long form content, I want you to not write a single word until you have done some keyword research. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather today, so forgive my voice. So when I am doing audits, which I do for free, if you ever want one, just email me. My email will be on the last slide. When I do audits, most of the time, there are 2 things happening that can be reversed or can be fixed simply by keyword research. The first one is either that the keyword that the article is targeting has no intent, no transactional intent. We talked about this a lot in the last call. Or the second thing is what it is ranking for simply has no volume. And I don't mean just a little bit of volume. I mean absolutely nada, zilch, zero. Nobody's trying to find that. So therefore, there's no organic traffic coming to that post where SEO is concerned, okay? So do not write a single post until you have done a little bit of keyword research. I'm about to dive into how I did some keyword research on this, and you may recognize some of these steps, okay? So whether you use Key Search, SEMrush, Ubersuggest, Keywords Everywhere, there's all kinds of tools that can help you do this. Key Search is still my favorite. I have tried them all. Key Search is still my favorite because it is simple and very economical, but there are others. So it is important to do the keyword research, to really think about the content before you write it. And then I put on here, volume matters, kinda. So when you are doing keyword research for traffic only, you are wanting to get those views for your ad network, you're trying to either get into an ad network, or you're wanting to keep your views up because you make money on those impressions, then you're going pretty much for the highest volume matters, okay? I get it. When you are writing affiliate content that you want to actually convert, the intent behind that keyword is what is more important. So you would rather have 100 people who are in the mindset to buy than 10,000 people who are just window shopping. And think of it as a mall. All those people can be walking by, walking by, walking by. They're just checking it out. The magic happens when you get people to actually walk in, right? So we're looking for that small number of people that actually walk in the doors. They're not just coming by, they're walking in the doors. Okay. So again, I decided to grab this. It was one of the products that I had on hand. And I thought, let's do some keyword research. So where I began is what the product is. So it is To Go Lemonade. Search is 0. Grab and Go Lemonade. Search is 0. Lunchbox Lemonade. Search is 0. I can't even see what that last one is. Whatever it is, search was 0. So when I was thinking about the content, I was like, well, but that's what it is. That's what it is. It's all of those things. But literally no one is searching for those things. So I have to sit back and I think, okay, what does the product solve? Now we're getting in there. Drinks for kids' party. Is it that? Sure is. Drinks for a toddler's birthday party. Yep, it does that too. Drinks for children's party. Easy drinks to make at home for kids. Easy homemade drinks for kids. Kid-friendly drinks for something. I can't see it. It's got my slide thing there. Not only do we have volume, but we have intent. These are people who are looking for drinks to either make or serve at a kid's party. So therefore, not just talking about what it is, I'm talking about what it does. And I'm talking about the pain point that it solves. These are smaller volumes, but imagine if 210 people were interested in buying Scoot. That's what you could go for. Or even if it says make it home, I mean, this is such a good price. I would probably make this because you can't make it for what it costs. So anyway, 390, 170. What if even half of them came? What if only 105 people bought Scoot from you this month? That would make a big difference, right? So not only is this beneficial to actually get that content, but this is what it's going to take to actually get the right people and the right mindset to your content. So I decide, okay, cool, I'm going with drinks for kids' parties. I throw that into Google and I'm going to say, what do the SERPs or what does the front page result tell me about the content that I need to create? So find your keyword using your tool and then put that into Google and actually look, because Google itself is going to tell you a lot about what it wants on that first page. Now, I will tell you there are a lot of ads for this, but you kind of scroll past those, I think, on this, maybe just me, but as a mom, I want a little more information than just an ad. I want to know what I'm actually serving these kids at the party, right? So I want to get a little more into it, and I kind of scrolled past the ads. But there's a section that people also ask, when you are creating long form content, these can be your headings. This can be things that you want to make sure that you are answering in your content, because this is what Google is literally telling you that it thinks is related. So it's what people are looking for. Another one down here is related searches. All of this, and this is free, right? This is just Google. So this is what people are looking for related to that. So these are things that you would include in your content. But take it one step further and look at the actual search results. So for this particular keyword, one of the things that I noticed was all of page 1 was roundups. All of them. All of them. So the first one was like 31 kids drink to serve at a parties, and it was like 17, 11, 14, blah, 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 blah. So if you're going to use that keyword, I would suggest you do a roundup. Beauty of affiliate marketing that you cannot do with sponsored content is you can have more than one thing. So put together a recipe, maybe, put Scoot in there, put other things in there, talk to your other blogger friends. What are some cool things that they have that could really bulk up that post? And voila. Now we have a post that has a keyword that is there for transactional intent. It answers all of the questions, and it also mirrors what Google is already putting on page one, because Google believes that is what people are looking for. And I think they're pretty right on that. So what type of content do they share? Again, some of it is to purchase, some of it is to make, some of it is super cute, some of it is super easy, et cetera, et cetera. Can you create content that is similar? Yeah. But if all it was a post just about this, chances are it's not going to rank, because when you look at Google's EEAT, it's not going to satisfy all of that. If every other post is more comprehensive and gives a better answer to that particular keyword, you're not going to outrank them. You're going to have to make sure your content is in line with theirs. The beauty of this was, the first 5 or 6, like I really kind of went down the rabbit hole, there was not a significant amount of written content outside of just sharing the features and benefits of all of the different things. So the post kind of wrote itself. You don't really have a lot of like thought you have to do. And then the other thing that I will say is make sure that your meta description is catchy, because one thing that I did notice is when you scrolled, it was must have, must try, kids' favorites, those types of words in that meta description. That's very, very important. Don't overlook that. I'm a big fan of Yoast. The free version is worth having on your WordPress. You don't need to pay for it, but fill that part out, because that was one thing that I noticed. Every single one had a very catchy meta description there on that front page. Okay, a couple things of what not to do. Number one, do not use the brand name as the main keyword. So I would not write a post that is Scoots Lemonade or something along that lines. Why? Because if somebody knows Scoots Lemonade, they're just going to go to the Scoots website. They don't need you. They don't need to Google anything. They're just going to go to the Scoots website. Your job is to solve a problem by introducing a product that they probably don't know exists. Okay? So you are solving the problem of someone who is looking for a drink to serve at a party. They don't know Scoot exists. If they knew Scoot exists, they would just go to Scoot and order, right? So don't use the brand name, because most people don't know the brand name, unless there is significant volume for that brand name. But even then, I'm still saying, probably not. So don't use the brand name. Number 2, don't link out on the keyword that you want to rank for. This is something that I had to unlearn after years as a content creator. You want to rank and Google to know you are the final destination for that keyword. So if you link out on the keyword that you want to rank for, you are literally telling Google, you are not the expert. The expert is over there, because that is how links work. The anchor text, the actual words that you use for an external link, is telling Google that the best content for that particular keyword is at the end of that link. This, by the way, is why interlinking is so important on your own blog, but that is another week's topic. So do not link out for the keyword that you want to rank for. That is not going to help you with SEO. And then the last thing I'm going to say is, do not only post one piece of content. So when you want to be authentic and not feel salesy, when you want to truly create authentic content that you love, that helps make people's lives easier, that people will trust that you are not just trying to sell a product, you need to become a little bit of an expert on that product and create content over and over talking about that product. That is how I have become the gardener person, right? I shared every single day what was going on out there. I shared the new lights that I was putting in. I shared the kind of soil that I was using. I shared where I got my seeds. I shared my solar lights. I have a bazillion solar lights. Every day, things were being shared out there. It was very authentic. I sold a lot of solar lights last summer, and I'm already gearing up to do it again this year. because I was creating so much content around it and showing people how beautiful it was and how much it really can change the space in such in a economical, like solar lights are so cheap. I love it. So don't pigeon yourself to just one piece of content. If you're creating this, it can be tips for a kid's party. Maybe you have appetizers for a kid's party, or something else related to a kid's party. Maybe you have drinks for an adult party. Maybe those have a little bit of booze in them. Like you can, again, become somebody who talks about numerous things. We talked in our last webinar about that through line. What is the through line? What can connect all of those things? And then don't limit yourself to just one medium. If you're a blogger and you are doing long form content, awesome. Also, make short form video or long form video or content for your email. Don't try to be all things, all places. That's not what I'm trying to say. But if you are going to do short form video, put that up there. Those have the potential to go viral more so than a Google post or a blog post in Google. So create that content again, because that is what is authentic and that is what your audience is going to constantly see from you. Okay. I am using one of our staff members' affiliate posts that she created that makes her money every single month. I did block out the keywords, but I will tell you they are most all very transactional intent. She has the one blog post that is 831 words long. Okay, don't stop yourself at 300 words if that doesn't thoroughly answer the question. She has 7 H2 titles. A very catchy title. It's things you need to know before you do, and then whatever the thing is. That one post ranks for 104 keywords, half of which are transactional. And then one thing that I found was really interesting is that she has where they can purchase from the direct D2C site, right, which is the affiliate link. But then she also has her Amazon Associates link. She also has her, I think it's an LTK for Walmart and Target. So she not only answered the questions so well, gave thorough information. Google absolutely loves it. But then she gave her audience options of where they can get it that makes sense to them. So whether they want to have it shipped, whether they want to put it on Amazon, she actually has where they can pick it up within an hour at Walmart. Okay. That's why this post makes money every day. And it's a product that I have seen, because I follow her, in her stories and stuff like that, because she loves it, she uses it, and it is perfect for her niche. So this is just one success story. If you're watching this on replay, or if you are on YouTube and you have any questions, you can absolutely comment them, or you can shoot me an email, Lynsey@apogeeagency.com. Thank you again, everybody. I will see you again in 2 weeks.